This is Webnora. A couple of people have been asking me to make videos on how or guidance on how they can trade futures. Now, this is I'm making this video so that you can be able to know how to go about this. Please note, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only here to show you or guide you through how to take this trade. But first of all, I need to let you know that futures trading is very volatile. It's very easy, it's very quick. You can make money very quickly and you can lose a whole lot very quickly. So you need to be well advised and then know where you're getting your signals from. So let's get right into it. Once you get a signal, when it comes to there are different ways by which you can get signals. If you are good at forecasting or predicting or plotting your charts when it comes to futures trading, you can easily go ahead. But if not, you can get signals from different trading platforms, but you need to be very careful of where you're getting your signals from. It's very important, unless you lose your money. So I'm going to be breaking this English down into a very simplest form, like I'm tutoring a 3-year-old on how to take futures trade. So you have to bear with me. If you are a pro, no problems, please. You have to bear with me because this video basically is for newbies. So let's get right into it. I'm going to use Bybit as case study. Now, let's assume you have gotten a signal. This is a trade signal here. Say CATI, you buy CATI, sell, entry. So I'm going to be giving you ideas of the terms that are being used. I believe this is one of the problems you will be having, how to know what the terms mean. CATI and then sell. You have sell, you have buy. Okay, you have buy. You have sell, you have buy. Okay, and then buy also means short. Just take note of all these. Buy means short, and then sell means short. Take note of all this. Sell means short, and then buy means long. So whenever you get your signals, you either get, when it comes for buy, you can either get buy or long. Whoever is giving you the signal may write buy or long. Just know that buy and long means the same thing. Sell and short means the same thing. So if it comes by short, you know what it means. It means you should sell. If it comes by long, it means you should buy. Different platforms where you can trade futures have they interchange these words, so you should know what is what when you get there. Now let's look at this other term, entry point. Now entry point means the point at which you are going to enter the trade. If you look at this chart here, okay, let's go to trade. All right, so for you to be able to access futures or trade, you need to move money into your wallet. You need to fund your wallet. So let's go to assets. Then you must have money in your unified trading account. This is my unified trading account. You must have money in here for you to be able to trade futures. So if you don't have, I'm sure you already know how to fund your wallet, maybe via P2P, and then via whatever other means you need to fund your wallet. If you do not know, I made a video also on this channel. You can search for it on P2P trading, how you can buy or sell crypto via peer-to-peer. All right, so let's now get into trade. This is trade here. Just click on trade. Now we are right now on spot. There's difference between spot and futures, so I will just go straight to futures. I will take a different video on spot trading at a later date. But futures is they almost want to look alike, but futures is very volatile. Futures is crazy. You can, like I mentioned earlier on, you can make a whole lot of money on futures and you can lose a whole lot of money on futures within the twinkle of an eye. So once you get here, now let's look at this interface, what it means. See, I was saying something earlier on. See long, see short. Okay, long means you should buy, short means you should sell. Now long means when the market is, when you predict that the market is going up, when you predict that prices will be going up, you long, as you buy. And then when you buy with your entry point, right now the entry point on this 8, okay, let's use that same CATI for example. Kati. Kati USDT, yes, that's Kati USDT pair. USDT perpetual, and then you have for spot, you have for perpetual. Perpetual is still as futures, and then you have for spot. So we are doing perpetual right now. That's futures. USDT, just make sure you look up here, you see that it's on futures. So USDT, you are doing Kati and Kati USDT. Now, the entry price right now is 0.257, as you can see here. As you can see here, 0.2556. That's the entry price. So now let's take a look at this. Entry is 0.2678, and we are to sell. Remember, this is sell. So we are shorting. So now let's go. Entry price is 0.2556, shuffling between 6 and 7 right now. So what you need to do is this. You can either copy this entry price, but first of all, you need to be sure that the signal you got is still valid, and not the signal you got is still very, very valid. Not that somebody will drop a signal now, and then in the next 1 hour or 2 hours you're just seeing it and then you double into the trade. No, you need to come back and confirm if that signal is still valid. If you can ask on the platform, fine. If you cannot, then you need to confirm for yourself if the signal is still valid. This one, it says we should sell. Now, so it says entry 0.2678. So we come here, we enter 0.2678. That's our entry price. All right. And then how much Kati are we willing to sell or to short? How much Kati? I have $6 here. That's $6 here. Let me just sound this note of warning. You can't really enter a trade with, it's not advisable to enter a trade with $6. The more money you have, the better for you, because there are some times where you want to trade, or when you are trading, if you have more money in your account, it gives you additional advantages, because you won't hit your stop loss on time. You will have at least enough space, enough gap before you can hit your stop loss. But if you are trading with very, very minimal amount of money, to hit stop loss will be very, very easy and quick, and then you will be losing your money. All right, so I'm going to address so many tips here. Actually, I have dragged this to fullest, depending on what you want. You can actually do this. You can do this 5% of your wallet, you can do 10%, you can do 100% of your wallet. Depends on your preference. Okay. Now let's look at this from the top here. Isolated. What is isolated? Isolated means this trade is isolated. It's restricted to this money in this wallet. When this money gets exhausted, do not move over to other tokens or other monies in my wallet. When this money gets exhausted, please terminate this trade. Don't go and drain my other resources. That is what isolated means. Okay, so there is this other option that you might get, cross. If you leave it on cross, if it's on cross, that means if this money gets isolated, this trade can go ahead and borrow from any other token in your account. So if it's going to drain this one, it will also drain that one, just in case the trade does not reverse. So always be sure that you leave this unisolated unless you know what you are doing. Now look at this 10x. How many x do you want this trade to be? This x is more like leverage. You are borrowing money from the exchange. Okay, you are borrowing money from the exchange to run this trade. Now had it been I have this money, that means with this 10x now, it's more like I now have $6 times 10 to run this trade. $6 times 10, that is on 10x. You can actually go higher on the x's, but let me just warn you, let me send a note of warning to you. If I am on 1x this trade, I can actually leave it to run for 1 year, and it will keep moving like that. If it's going to reverse, if I'm going to be losing money, I'll be losing money very, very in trinkles, in trinklets, or how do you call it? I'll be losing money in bits, small, 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 small. But if I leave it on, say, 25x, if I'm going to lose money, I'll be losing money based on this leverage. It will be huge. If I'm going to make money also, I'll be making it based on this leverage. It will be huge as well. So that's why I said futures is very, very volatile. You should know what you are doing. Whoever gives you the signal also most times will give you the leverage to use. But if not, just simply use 5x or 10x. All right, let's go ahead, please. Now, this limit you have available here, they are available. This shows you the balance in your account. You can also fund it by clicking on that plus sign to additionally fund the account. Now let's look at limits here. I'm just going to explain about two here, so I'll move on. Now this limit is this: if the trade gets to this price point, enter or sell. If the if the market price gets to this particular limit or this price point, activate the trade, enter the trade. That is what this limit means. If, that's the if statement. But if you use market price, that means whatever trade you initiate now, it will use the current market price and go in. The trade will be instantaneous. You understand? The trade will be instantaneous. But if you use limit, you can actually use limit and say, okay, we have a 0.2560 here right now as the price, current price of Kati. Now you can actually tell this thing that, okay, if the price gets to 0.26, sell. That means you have predicted that the market will be going down. When it gets to this 0.26, the market will reverse. So once you get there, sell. You can actually do this and close your computer or your phone and go ahead of your normal duty. Just make sure you set your stop loss. Okay, so whenever that price gets to that price point, the system will automatically position you for that trade, and the trade will start running. Okay, so that's what this limit and market price means. Okay, so I'll just leave the others for now. Now I already explained the entry price. This is your entry. This is where you put your entry price. This 25550. Now we are going to sell, but we are selling when it gets to 0.2678. I'm going to be breaking this video into episodes so that it doesn't get too long and too boring. Okay, so now, but I'll make sure to tag the other things there. So this aspect will just focus on the terminologies when it comes to futures trading. Okay, for those of you or those of us who want to engage in futures trading or who do not know how to go about futures trading actually. All right, so I have returned this one to limit. So and we already have our what's it called? We already have our signal here, and it says entry 0.2678. Remember, let me take you back again. If you hear buy in your signal, it means long. If you hear sell, it means short. But this one now is sell. We are going to sell. Now, let's move to the next item. It says TP. When you hear TP, is take profit. When you hear SL, it means stop loss. Now, TP means take profit. It means if our entry is $0.2678, when the trade goes to $0.2308, please take profit. It means you want to get out of the trade once the trade reverses from 0.26 to 0.23. So you can actually set this and go about your normal business. That means you do not need to now sit down on the computer or your phone and be monitoring the trade. You have automated it already. Now, you do not do this also without setting your SL stop loss. Stop loss means if the trade refuses to go my way and is going the other way, instead of me to lose all my money, please lose only this bit of money. Remember, our entry is 0.2678. Stop loss means, and we are trying to sell. So if we are trying to sell, so if this market does not go down and it keeps going up to 0.2730, please terminate the trade and close it. I know I have lost maybe $1 or $2 or $3. I have lost. Instead of me to lose everything, please terminate it when it gets to this price, meaning the market is against me. All right, but if it goes lower, because we are selling, we are shorting, if it goes lower to 0.2308, please end the trade and let me take my profit for me. You understand? End the trade and take my profit for me, keep in my wallet. This is futures trading. This is how to automate futures trading. Okay, so remember, buy means long, sell means short, and then this signal that we have here is what we are trying to implement on here. Okay, now it's always advisable that you use only maybe like about 15 or 20 or 30% of your wallet value to trade, just in case. Okay, but me, I'm putting it on 100% right now because it's just $6 that is here for tutorial 6, and then I use 10x and I used isolated. Remember, isolated helps you to restrict that trade, the funding of that particular trade, to this particular money you have here, and not to move over to other tokens or projects or tokens in your wallet when this one gets exhausted. Now, this is where you set your TP and SL, your take profit and stop loss. Okay, so once you click on this, it opens. Now, this is where you enter this take profit. This is where you enter the stop loss as well, and then for you to now enter the trade. So I will be stopping here. Let me break this video into two. So I will tag the next video where we actually will be going into the trade itself, where we'll be trading directly, so that you can see how this is done. You can see how the positioning happens, and then how the order happens, where all these places will now become active and busy, where you can monitor the how many X you have made, how much losses you are making, and all that. So I will see you in the next video. Ciao.